So today we're fitting this MST induction kit to my BMW M140i. Hopefully it doesn't ruin it. Hopefully we don't get too much heat soak. So let's get into the video and find out. Jesus fucking Christ. So as you can tell, I was having some issues undoing the airbox. It was a right nightmare. I must have been doing this for a good 30 minutes. But I am a bit of an idiot, and eventually I started watching a YouTube video on how to pull out the airbox, and it said do it from the top. And as soon as I actually pay attention to the professionals on YouTube, I pull it out within 30 seconds. It's not the only thing that's big, if you know what I mean. I have that airbox off now. I need to try and get this pipe out, which connects to the throttle body. There is a clip in a very awkward position, which is what I'm struggling to do right now. And if you didn't already know, I am probably the most clumsiest person you've ever met before in your life, so there's probably going to be some accidents in this video. If you are new around here and you want to see more of these accidents and these stupid videos, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Let me know what mods we should do to the M140i in the next video. Should we send this car to the absolute moon? Should we make it 1,000 brake horsepower? We all know the B58 engine can handle that amount of power. But can I, as a pathetic driver, handle that amount of power? Probably not.
Oh, hit it with your purse.
Hit it with your purse. Come on, it's coming. You fucking bastard. Oh, that doesn't look good. Right. So finally, after tugging that pipe off, we had to get this heat shield in, and obviously I didn't know how to do that because I'm a bit of an idiot. There is a bit of a recurring theme here. If you couldn't guess, I'm a bit of an idiot. For the life of me, I just couldn't figure out what way around this would actually go in. It took my neighbour to tell me how to do it because he's smarter than what I am. He is one of the voices that you can hear in the background, but he doesn't like to be on camera. He'd rather just laugh at me from behind the camera while I just fuck everything. It's important to have the heat shield on, otherwise the air filter could experience heat soak, which would mean there's hot air going into the engine, therefore meaning the car is slower, which we do not want. We want this car to make as much power as humanly possible, so cold air is our best friend. Lefty loosey. I can't go left.
No, that's the right way.
What is way?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Yeah, another left. I'm not that smart. So that black screw was the sole reason why it took me about half an hour to try and fit this heat shield. All the TikTok and YouTube videos that I was watching, they'd already taken it out and didn't decide to include it in the video. So here you go, it's in this one for you. I'm guessing most people aren't idiots and they do know to just remove that, but that is what the heat shield screws into. After it's slotted in, you can then put in that screw, and there's two others where you put into the other parts on the chassis of the car, just so it doesn't move around, and again, so you don't get any heat soak because cold air is key for an engine. So we're now fitting a little flex pipe onto the throttle body. This is what the air filter pipe will connect to. Again, like I said earlier, these clips are in a horrible position and I'm clumsy as fuck. This is also where the video takes a horrible turn for the worse, because this happens. Shit. Fuck. No, I dropped my fucking spanner. So it's pretty safe to say that this mistake turned this 1 hour job into about a 4 hour job. I do not lie to you when I say this took at least 3 hours to get this spanner out from under the car. We tried using magnets, I tried going for a drive, so hopefully the spanner would come out. None of these worked, and I did not want to jack up this BMW because the BMW jacking points are a bit strange. For all BMWs, you have to have this special plug-in thing, which I do not have, and I did not trust myself to jack it up without that. Of course, I had to call my dad to see what he would say, and here's what he said.
Oh no.
Well, I've run into a slight problem.
With?
I've dropped my spanner all the way down in there.
Oh dear.
My ratchet spanner thing.
Oh dear. Can you see it?
No.
I could, and then I knocked it with me magnet, and now I can't. So as you just heard, he wasn't very helpful at all. He did end up bringing me a magnet and a pokey stick to try and get it out, but neither of which helped. When he turned up, unfortunately I didn't record it, but he just laughed at me some more, and that was about it. He was only there for about 10-20 minutes because he did have to leave and do something else. But the mods must continue, so luckily enough my neighbour gave me his toolkit. This is me progressing and adding the intake pipe onto the car, and it's pretty safe to say that if you're angry and working on a car, those two do not go together very well. It's much like shopping when you're hungry, you just end up doing stupid shit that you wouldn't have done if you're in a stable state of mind. I was far from a stable state of mind at this point. I was fucking fuming. So any YouTube video I was watching was just winding me up because they weren't telling me exactly how to do everything. But once we finally got the intake pipe on, we then had issues with the actual air filter itself. Of course, by we, I mean me, because I was just struggling with the clip. Every time I put it on, the little rubber end on the air filter would just pop off the pipe, and it was fucking winding me up. So I waited for my dad. When he came around, he also tried it, and he also had exactly the same problem, so I know it wasn't just me. All that clarifies is we're both just absolute idiots. We spent about half an hour trying to do this. He then asked my neighbour, because he's very handy with a spanner, and he literally does it within 30 seconds. So it's now the next day, and we finally managed to fit it. And oh my god, losing that ratchet spanner down there was literally the worst thing that could have happened. And then we literally didn't finish till like 4:30 yesterday. What a crazy time to be alive. Had to put the car up on blocks, then had to get underneath the car, take the under tray off, stick a couple of magnets in there, try and get it out. Oh my god, what an absolute shit show that was. But there you go. Induction kit is now fitted. Here's the sounds that it makes. Let me know what you think down in the comment section. Here's my first reaction to it. So hopefully you're going to be able to hear the induction noise. I have just put the GoPro on the outside of the car and you couldn't hear anything. So let's go again, shall we? I'm not sure if the camera's going to be able to pick this up, but it is tushing like a normal induction sound, and it is very loud, but I don't think the camera's going to be able to pick it up. I think that's the problem. I've watched loads of reviews online and they have exactly the same problem. I have tried to put the camera outside of the car, but again, same problem. So you're just sort of gonna have to take my word for it, really, which isn't fantastic. I have had the filter on the car for about 2 weeks now, and when I first put it on you could hardly hear it, but now the air filter was sort of But if you're new around here, make sure that subscribe button. We are doing a video every week in the year of 2025. This is the first one. I know it's not great, but we will have more challenges coming soon. When we get there, I might even give something away because we're going to be hitting 100k this year, 100%. That's the aim. And I'll see you in the fucking next one.